Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy full moon in Libra, I believe. And we've got a Pisces sun. And I want to welcome you to the launch of my new business. The business is called Labryss Moon Counseling, Coaching, and Spiritual Direction. I do a little bit of life coaching, I do tarot reading, I do counseling, guidance. Um, I'm so excited to finally be launching this, and what an amazing time to be doing it. So, we have a Pisces business into existence for a very, very, very long time. Um, and we have a Libra full moon. So, Libra is about balance, but Libra is also ruled by Venus. So, it's about beauty, and it's about connection. So, I hope that through this business, I am able to help people to find connection to the beauty around them. And through this business, I also hope to be in service to Aphrodite. I'm currently the high priestess of the Aphrodite Temple in Oakland, and I also hope to be in service to Isis Osset. Osset is the African name of Isis, and it was said that if you wanted to invoke Isis's magic, you had to say her true name, which was Osset. So, with the blessings of both Aphrodite and Osset Isis, I launched this company, Labryss Moon. I chose Labryss Moon because Labryss was my very first magical name and my very first spiritual group, coven that I participated in when I was 17. And I'm 41 now, so that's a really long time. And I'm still so joyful to do this work and to be in service to the divine and to be in service to other people as a high priestess, and also just a seeker of light and of truth. And I am, again, just so completely excited. So I thought the best way to begin this business was to resurrect a practice I used to have. I used to do the new moon news and the full moon forecast. And so we will do a full moon forecast for today, March 18th, 2022. And this full moon is very special because it's the last full moon of winter. And then we're into the spring. And the spring equinox is coming, so the official start of spring on March 21st. So the holiday of Ostara. I know if you practice Judaism, then they are celebrating Purim right now. So that's also a festival of renewal in the Jewish month of Adar. And we're just welcoming in all these new things. We're welcoming in these flowers and these uh, shoots and these leaves and these new growths that are happening all around us. So we can see the earth coming alive, and it's time for us to come alive as well. So as we see it happening in our environment around us, hopefully we're seeing it happen in ourselves as well. We're feeling it in our hearts, and we're seeing it all around us. And again, I feel so blessed to finally be offering this. Um, but let's get a little bit more into the full moon forecast. So this full moon, as I mentioned, it's the last full moon of the winter season, and it was called many things. Native Americans called it the worm moon because at this time you would see a lot of worm casings, which meant that the earth was about to be very, very fertile. Um, and the Norse called it the crow moon. And it was the crow moon because the crows would be squawking and making lots of noise to basically to welcome the spring, to announce that spring was finally on its way. And I couldn't be more excited. There are so many wonderful things happening right now in my life. I've started a new career. I'm about to start my doctorate. My family is thriving. I am surrounded by love, by prosperity, by kindness, compassion, and I hope that you are as well. And let's see what else we can expect coming up. So, normally I use the Goddess Oracle, which gives us perspectives of many different goddesses. But as I mentioned, I really want to focus on Isis Osset. Um, so I think that for this full moon forecast and possibly going forward, I want to use the Isis Oracle instead of the Goddess Oracle. So I want to ask Isis Osset directly what her guidance might be for this coming full moon cycle. And then I also do a little bit of the tarot, and I've used many different tarot decks. Daughters of the Moon has been my friend for a very, very, very long time. I still really love that deck. But I recently purchased a new deck called the Modern Witches Guide, the Modern Witches Tarot. And what I love about this is it's really diverse. There's so many different pictures. There's so many different representations of so many different people, and also of the LGBT community as well. And that's pretty amazing for a tarot deck to have all of that. Also, it's specifically for witches. So they have things in here about the elements and about how these particular cards really can help you to cement your practice and help your personal spiritual practice flourish. And so I'm very, very excited. I'm a little nervous too because I'm reading for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but the first time publicly, definitely with this deck. So I guess you'll just have to bear with me and let's get it started. So if you know me, I'm not one who does complicated card shuffles. That's never really been my thing. Probably never will be. So I'm just going to shuffle them kind of at will like this. And I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to think about what is waiting to be reborn or be born. What is waiting for renewal? What does the spring have ready for birth right now? And I will speak personally, but from a broader perspective. With everything that's happening right now, it'll just be good to have some good guidance on a way forward with what has happened with Ukraine, what is happening with COVID. We're hoping it's getting better. We thought it was getting better. There's a new variant. There seems to always be some new variant. I took a hiatus for a while from this work because it was challenging. It was challenging to deal to deal with that, to deal with what COVID has brought us. But I feel like we're moving to the other side. I really want to believe that that's true. And I can't wait to see what is personally in store for us as well. So let's take a deep breath and go. Well, so I have the Eight of Swords here. I don't know if people can see this. First, a little bit about the Suit of Swords. So if you are familiar with the tarot, you know there's the major arcana, and that has cards like the High Priestess, the Magician, Death, Temperance, many, many different cards. It starts with the Fool, And then you have these cards. You have these, the Pips. The Pips cards are basically numbers. And then you have the court cards, which are the kings, the queens, the pages, the knights. So this is Pips, and we have Eight of Swords. So first of all, the energy of the suits is you have, we'll start with the elements because all of these suits are connected to an element. So if we begin, if you're a witch, you're casting a particular type of circle, you're working with particular types of elements, and you're probably, if you're casting a circle, you're beginning in the east. So in the east, we have air, and air is represented by swords. So what a wonderful card to draw for this new beginning with spring coming, with the launch of this business, with everything that we have ahead of us, because we're in the east with swords. Swords are about knowledge, about wisdom, and east, the element of air and the direction of east is aligned with this idea of the swords. So one of the reasons why um, east, swords, air, why these elements go together is because sometimes our minds can be tricky. Sometimes we talk ourselves right out of our happiness and right out of our success. And I'm saying that because this card right here, some people might see this card and it might intimidate them. The first time I saw this card, it intimidated me, right? Because you see a woman and she's surrounded by 8 swords. She's standing in a puddle, so she's not that happy. And she's got ropes around her and she's blindfolded. So, on a surface level, this looks like someone who's completely bewildered, that has no control about what's about to happen. But the wisdom of this card is that that's not actually ever true if you say so. So, if you look deeper at this card, you'll see that although she's standing in the water, she's not that happy. She's wearing boots, so she's protected. She's protected from the water. And the swords are in the ground, but they don't go that far down. It's very easy to pull those swords out. And a deeper reading of the card, which isn't necessarily available by just looking at it, is that the rope is not actually very tight. If you look very, very closely, you can kind of see that the rope isn't very tight. It wouldn't be that hard to wiggle yourself out of that rope. If you stop being afraid, you get out of your mind, and you are just in your body. So it's kind of the card of get over yourself. Stop talking yourself out of being successful. Yes, it's hard. Life is hard sometimes. We may have some challenges coming, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. And our challenges are our gifts, because when things are hard, that's when we really learn something. And that's when we really have so many new gifts that we can give other people, because it's maybe been a little bit of a struggle. So it's all about the journey. And you'll see that she's blindfolded, and the blindfold is just her not being aware of the resources that she has. And I'll go ahead and make it a little more gender inclusive and say they are not aware of the resources that are there, right? They can wiggle out of those ropes, they can pick up those swords, they can step out of the puddle, you know. They don't, there's only water in that one spot, right? It's not, they're not completely surrounded. um there's so much power that's there. All they have to do is reach out and get it. And I'm going to remember this as we're moving forward with hopefully getting past COVID, as things are developing with Ukraine, and how with things developing with me personally, and my life, and also with the life of my community and my friends. There may be times that are hard, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. And because you've had a little bit of a struggle, you will see how adept you truly are, how much you truly care, how much ability you have, and you will gain so much more. There's so much wisdom to be had, a wisdom that you have, really, wisdom to be embraced. So as I see that, and so relating to the business, starting a business is hard, I imagine. I haven't done it yet. This is my first time. It may be a little challenging. I imagine my first challenge will be setting up my YouTube page. I know nothing about this. I am such a Luddite when it comes to tech. And friends of mine will tell you this. They kind of just smile and nod when it comes to me and technology. But I will do this. I will figure it out. I will set up my YouTube channel, which will help me to sort of communicate the energy of the business, to attract new clients. All of this will happen. And my goal, actually, no, I'm not going to say I have a goal. I'm going to say it will happen on the new moon. So today I am launching the business. I'm doing the full moon forecast. And on the new moon, this first new moon of the spring, how exciting, after Ostara, after the equinox, I will be putting up my YouTube channel, and I'll be leaving little tidbits for people and giving people ways to connect with me. So I'm going to be, as I said, offering tarot readings and um, spiritual guidance on a variety of topics, counseling, life coaching, and I may add some mindfulness to that as well. And we'll see where it takes me. Everything is a journey. I'm so excited to be on this one. So this is a good place. Yes, new things are hard, and such an opportunity. What a wonderful opportunity to see what strengths are already there and to really be committed to bringing them forward. That's what I see. And I am going to now pull a card from the Isis Oracle. And I've just started using this. As I mentioned before, I was using the Goddess Oracle, and it has served me very, very well. And I imagine I will use it again in the future. But I'm so excited to see these mysteries of Isis Aset and how this can enrich our lives, our journey, our path, and give us some insight on this this full moon cycle. So let's see this. It says Divine Guardian. I don't know if you can see it. It says Divine Guardian, protection of the winged mother. So that means that no matter what you do, you are protected. So even though maybe you've got an Eight of Swords happening in your life, you are always wrapped in protection. You are always held. You have the ability to hold yourself. There are people in your life that love you, that will hold you, or you will attract those people to you. So I am very excited about that card. And I'm thinking about recently I had the opportunity to go to Atlanta to see some family members. It was such a divine trip. I can't tell you how many levels of connection I experienced by being there. I believe that one day I will probably be in Atlanta. And actually, this necklace that I'm wearing, I actually got from Atlanta at the Black Wall Street Market, which is an absolutely amazing venue of Black vendors, and everything is there. You can go to the dentist. You can get some new clothes. You can get spiritual things. I got a different tarot deck, not one that I'm using right now, but some jewelry, and I connected with a healer there, and I got some Oshun oil. Oshun is a Yoruba Orisha, so not quite a deity, but energy similar to that of love and beauty, kind of similar to the way that I experience Aphrodite, but of the Yoruba West African culture. And I got some Oshun oil and talked to an amazing healer, told her that I read, and she gave me her number and said, when you get in town, look me up and come and read, at my shop, right? Just amazing, random connection. That was so wonderful. So I know that there are good things that are waiting for me there. And when we went, I also want to mention these earrings, these gorgeous little things are made by Roslyn. my partner's and my just delightful aunt. She is a jewelry maker, and she is so talented. Um, if you like these earrings, go ahead and shoot me an email, and I am going to give you her information, because she is such an amazing craftsman. She is such a gift, Rosalind. Anyhow, I digress. Um, it was truly a magical trip. I felt so held, and literally on my way, when I was on the plane to go to Atlanta, I have a prayer that I say to Isis. And in this prayer, I ask her to wrap her wings around me. And if I'm, flying, I ask her to wrap her wings around the plane, and keep me safe, and keep everyone on the plane safe. And every time I fly, I say that prayer right as I'm lifting off. And I'm here in front of you, so it clearly has not failed me yet. But yeah, I wanted to mention Atlanta because seeing this protection of the winged mother, I felt so protected and so held when I went to Atlanta. So blessed, and I'm feeling that way right now. So I'm not worried about this. I am not worried about this Eight of Swords. Life will bring you challenges. It's not about the challenges that you're brought. It's what you do with the challenges that you're given. Um, I know I was listening to a song yesterday by Sarah Bareilles called Armor, and it was about women's empowerment. And she has a line where she said, "Strength is being blessed with an enemy." You know, so even in our times where we feel like someone is pushing against us, like the world is pushing against us, situations are pushing against us, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, because that's when we become strong individuals. And it's when we do the work in the world that we are meant to do. And it's when we become holy ourselves, and we shower those blessings out to our communities in so many ways that even we can't understand. So I think this is a really wonderful reading. So I want to say again, happy full moon in Libra, and enjoy this spring season that's coming. May you blossom, may you grow, and may you take the time to see the beauty in every single day, every single thing, every single moment. And I'm going to end, I think, with just a quick full moon song. And I'm going to challenge myself right now, because I get a little bit nervous sometimes when I sing publicly. And in the past, I have closed my eyes to do it, but I am going to look at this camera. I'm looking at you directly in the eye, and I'm going to sing it. So it's just a quick little song that I sing for the full moon. And I have had the privilege of singing it with my son, who's going to be 13 this year. Oh my goodness. And my daughter, I sing it to her, and when she's 2, so I will be teaching it to her as well. So I will exit with that, and may you have a blessed full moon. So wait, now that I've said that, I've completely forgotten it. Oh, here we are. Okay. Moon, sister moon, way up in the sky. Moon, sister moon, with your light so bright. Moon, sister moon, with your silver glow. Whisper it softly, tell us what you know. All right, everyone. Again, have a happy full moon. Have a happy Ostara, our spring equinox, which is coming, I believe, on March 21st. And I will be launching my YouTube channel for Labryss Moon Counseling spiritual guidance and coaching on the first new moon in spring. And I will be posting information about how to contact me if you are interested in life coaching, in tarot, in spiritual guidance, or maybe something else entirely that I'm not even aware of yet. But I am open. My heart is open and I am ready. I hope that this month you are ready too. So, blessings, blessings, blessings to you all. And I mentioned the thing about tech. Here we are. All right. Happy full moon, everyone.